Stealth and perception check from you, Miss Dragonette.
Okay. There's my stealth. There's my perception, and I'm going to add the D4 to that perception check.
Okay.
There we go. It's a 10.
Yeah.
It's 10.
It's
So it's an odd chance.
the way the rolls work.
You wait. The fog seems to press around you as you quickly lose track of your companions as they move on forward. As you wait in the quiet, nothing seeming to move but the mist swirling around you.
I'm going to wait twice as long as I normally would before I get back on the path.
All right, give me just a moment.
Been worrying for the rest of us, ain't it?
Make sure you're watching the Roll20 chat as well.
I am. Although there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dragonette, are you okay? Dragonette? Dragonette? Dragonette, are you there?
It's a long bathroom break.
Oh no, guys. Should we check on Dragonette? Is Dragonette in trouble?
I think we're gonna have to go back.
Yeah.
We can't leave her out there.
Let's turn around.
Double back.
Dragonette, you hear these things moving through the fog as you hear the voices of your companions drift back to you after a little while. It's a little bit past where you were going to start moving back. So what do you do?
The reason I didn't answer is I'm going to stay quiet because I'm still looking out for whatever it was that was following us. So I'm not answering on purpose.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Yep.
And everything remains quiet. Dead still.
Okay. Then if I'm not going to see anything, then I'm going to sneak back to the group rather than expose myself here on the side of the road. I'm going to sneak back to where the group is.
Do note at sneaking pace, you will not catch up to them.
They're coming back.
You continue on, and yet the road remains empty.
Mm-hmm. We missed them?
What will you do, Dragonette? All you sense around you is the mist.
Okay, then I'll run to catch up with the group.
You start to run, your footsteps echoing in the fog around you. The only sound, as you notice, even more so than any other, the silence once again has grown oppressive. You feel your heart start to beat. The hair on your neck start to stand. And eventually, running full speed, you collide with something you didn't see in the fog. As you run flat into Flint's ass.
Right.
The rest of the party.
Nice.
Last y'all saw Dragonette, she was off going to do a scout. Now she comes charging out of the mist and runs flat into Flint's backside, as he is a horse at the moment, just kind of without anything going on. I
Oh,
haven't heard from her in a bit.
well, there she is. That's good.
I assume I'll kind of freak out and
Yeah.
kick up.
Yeah, I was like, are you gonna buck?
Do note that no party member, y'all were just walking. Most of the party was just walking forward the entire time.
Whatever
Megan,
it
are
is,
you okay?
I'm fine. Whatever it is that was following us or is still following us, eluded me. I'll just I'll keep an eye out, and I want somebody else to keep an eye out, looking at the back behind us, because we're either being followed or something is tracking us.
I think so too, and I think we need to keep like a kind of tight knit circle. I'm nervous about anybody wandering into the fog and then never coming back out again. I don't want to lose anyone.
My perception
Y'all
isn't
seem
the
to be
greatest.
I'll continue to walk. The only
My
real
hubris
sound
prevents me from looking.
is the party. You can hear what sounds like, if you listen carefully, those with higher perceptions higher than passive higher than 15, you definitely hear some kind of footfall in the woods somewhere.
Can we tell direction or distance?
You only hear it once, a single clop, then the snapping of a branch on the other side.
Mhm.
You never hear it in the same place twice.
Oh, that's scary.
Is it bigger than a bird?
You're not
Yeah,
sure. It definitely sounds like it. A bird
Yeah.
wouldn't make that kind of sound.
Exactly. Missy, Eric, unless you're really good at mounted combat, my suggestion is that we get our druid back.
Fine. I guess I can walk.
Ugh.
Oh, we might be running, so
Yeah, what if we need to hop on him and run, or that big beast, his big, he can buck at him and like knock their face out.
Well, we'll let Flint decide what shape he wants to keep. All I'm suggesting is that you're ready to attack rather than having to jump off the horse to defend the party.
I'll get off the horse.
Cool. As soon as they
Eric,
disembark, I'll
yeah.
switch back.
Eric gets off as well.
it's fun while it lasted.
Mhm.
But we're going to keep moving. My suggestion is to keep moving. This is very, very reminiscent of when we first went into the town of Barovia, when the warg wolves or whatever they were, the giant wolves were following us but didn't attack us, just kind of shepherding us into a very specific place. So maybe this is the same thing.
It definitely could be. We just have to, keep on our toes. It's
Also,
hard to see through the fog, though.
yeah.
Eric, may I ask a favor?
Of course.
You hear from Nimona. You're a holy mage, yes? Cleric, I believe.
Yes.
Would you be able to lend me your strength? I believe it's called the Bless spell. I think if, with your assistance, I may be able to take to the air again. Not for long, but for a short period of time. I could go scout around and see if there's anything to see.
Yeah. Let me do that. So it does. I'll just do it at level 1.
Bless
And
anybody else?
Nimona. Naji and I'm sorry, what's the new character's name?
Bendar.
Oh,
You got
Bendar.
Bendar, you got
Bendar.
Ismark, and you've got Irina.
And Bendar. So
Okay.
Naji, Nimona, and Bendar.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank
she
you.
reaches down and kind of ruffles your hair.
Eric just has a dumb smile on his face.
Then you see her spread her wings wide, the right wing that's been damaged actually stretching to its full extent. You can see golden light surrounding where the bandages are that seems to be making up for the injury. And she leaps into the air. 2 quick pumps of her wings, and you can't see her in the mist anymore.
Wow.
So if I can't see a horse's ass in this mist, how in the world is Nimona going to see anything from 20 or 30 feet in the air?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she has wings. I don't know.
Maybe it's a different sense. Who knows? Weren't we going to
That's like
disguise
that.
Irina and
Maybe she
Ismark
has
also?
like bat sonar.
Maybe.
So what do we know
I
of
mean,
Nimona? I
uh,
asked the group, or Bendar asked the group.
Well, she's airheaded and specializes in divination magic, I believe,
Yep.
and somehow speaks celestial.
I see.
And her mother may or may not have been friendly with a smooth talking flamingo.
Right.
Hey, Irina and Ismark, can I talk to you guys for a quick second?
Do you mean alone?
We can talk as we walk, but I just wanted to, ask if you guys would be willing to maybe change into some different clothing or some disguises that I have, so you're less recognizable if we enter town or more bandits like we did before.
That may be a good idea. The fork to Ravenloft's not too far ahead.
I'm impressed, Missy.
Okay. Really?
Good
It's
forward
just a bit of
thinking.
hair. Yeah, it's just a little bit of hair, makeup, and magic. And then I whip out different outfits and I take a minute trying to match up which ones kind of look good with them and add a couple of wigs and change their hair color and add some jewelry and just
Would it
spice
not
it
be
up a
better to
little.
do this while we're stopped?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, we gotta. I don't know where Mona's going, so if she's gonna come back to us.
Yeah. I mean, stop. Yeah, we can stop just for a quick second. It won't take me long. It'll take me about 5 minutes, maybe.
Eric, you've already felt your spell drop.
Oh
I
boy.
get the sense that Nimona is busy doing something.
Because it only lasts for a minute anyways.
Where
Yeah.
is she? I have my
Wouldn't she
arms out.
fall out of the sky then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very worrying.
Let's keep an ear out for that.
Yeah.
So,
Wonderful on the sky.
how was it that your father passed away, Irina?
He couldn't take the stress of the attacks in the village. He let it get to him, and well, he was getting on in age, and his heart couldn't take it.
Well, that makes sense. Apologies for your
Your
loss.
mother?
Mother died several years ago. It was an illness, I think. And she got very sick, and it was all very sudden. One day she was hale and hearty, ready to face whatever came against her, supporting our father and making sure the city was safe. But then, in a day, it all changed. Her health failed as she couldn't move, and before we could say goodbye, you see Irina and Icemark both look down. She now rests at the church. Interesting, though, you do see Irina raise a hand to kind of rub at the side of her neck.
Hey Irina, what's going on with your neck? Is it itchy? Does it hurt?
Just the skin crawling. Nothing to worry about.
Does that happen often?
From time to time.
Do you have any urges to hurt people?
No. No
Okay.
more than anyone else.
Okay, good.
She seems perfectly reasonable.
You see Ismark has his eyes narrowed at his sister as he's listening to what y'all say. He seems concerned, but not saying anything.
Why do you think this new
Maybe it's safe.
destination that we're going to is any more safe than... I mean, wouldn't the Count's eyes be everywhere?
Everywhere but distant. It's the best that we can hope for. It's one thing to be under his watch, and another thing to literally be under the keep.
Distance can be good.
I agree.
I don't think I could live with a choice like that. I'd have to strike out somehow.
And what would you do to do that? You hear a voice echo through the fog.
Oh, hello?
Who's there?
Do we recognize the
Oh,
voice?
yeah, y'all know him.
Oh.
At least most of the party does. I don't think Bendar's met him yet, but
Nope.
the rest of the party. Yeah, last time y'all saw this guy, he threw, I believe it was y'all's other friend, Bernard, like a sack of potatoes across the room.
Oh, that was actually Najee.
Najee, I knew it was one of the two of them.
I think both of us got yeeted.
Yeah, so I'm gonna warn Bendar that the Count has found us.
Well.
I see. So you are the Count.
Well,
Or is it just is the Count there presently, or is it just a voice in the fog?
It's just a voice in the fog at the moment.
That's what I'm imagining, yeah.
They do say I do count.
What is the point of this? Is it just a toy with us?
I imagine your point is to travel, is it not?
Why are we here?
You are the one that makes that choice, not I. Why are you here, Mr. Claven?
I was searching out an anomaly that was happening south of Luskin. I was looking for a scroll, a very valuable scroll. And yet, it seems that you've intervened in my affairs and have brought me here.
Oh,
I demand to know why.
and what makes you think that, Mr. Claven?
Quit toying with us. Tell us. Why? Why are we here?
Because you walked here, I'd imagine. Or in the case of Miss E, or rode on her friend. Is that not how most travel?
Bendar seems a little
but that
frustrated.
doesn't explain the fog.
What did Miss E say?
I said, but that doesn't explain the fog. We somehow traveled when we fell in the fog, so explain that one.
I could not.
Ah,
Can you tell me more of this fog?
I mean, it's like the fog that surrounds us now, like dark and thick and tons of undead, and then we blacked out and then woke up somewhere else.
Have you found the undead here? I have not seen them.
No, they were in somewhere else. Nowhere here.
Then why do you think they're here? Is it just that there is mist? I was under the impression everywhere had natural weather phenomenon.
Not like this. Usually you can see the sun at least every once in a while.
Yes, it has been some time since the sun gazed down upon the lands. I quite miss its warmth.
I bet. Why can't you maybe do something about that?
Can you change the weather? I, for one, cannot.
Well, you just seemed pretty powerful, if you are who I think you are.
I am always powerful. I am, as you said, the Count. But being the head of a region does not grant me power over its weather, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Does it give in your home the power to your monarchs?
What do you want with us?
I was just out for a walk and came across some interesting travelers. Is it not that odd to stop and chat with fellows on the road?
He's still a voice, right? It's not actually.
You
him.
haven't actually seen him yet.
Hmm.
Eh. Nice.
A bit far from home, but
And by your own admission, aren't you further?
mm, well, you did invite us for dinner, but hopefully you send us a formal letter of invitation instead of a lip service next time.
I invited you for drinks, not dinner.
There. Ah, drinks, of course.
Were I to invite you for dinner, I would have sent a ride along to get you.
Mm.
But it seems you are not interested. A pity, but understandable. You are in a strange land. One would think you'd get to know those in power, but adventurers are fickle creatures.
Quite.
Where is Barovia in relation to the Sword Coast?
I could not say. I've never heard of the Sword Coast.
Oh no.
Has this man just been lying to us the whole time? I can't tell. That was out of character. Mm.
Hmm.
What are beyond the lands of Barovia?
I unfortunately do not know. A strange field has surrounded our land since time immemorial. I believe an ancient magister decided to cut us off from much of the world. Or at least that's what the histories will say. As for its validity, I do not know. Perhaps such brave adventurers as you may be able to find that and make a difference. I would very much like to see the sun again.
Hmm.
Well, we are adventurers. You have clues on this quest to return the sun?
I have found none so far,
Hmm.
but I am usually caught up in the day-to-day business of running my home. There is much to do and people to tend for. The woods have grown wild, as we do not have adventurers of your kind milling about too terribly often.
Do you know anything about the fiend we saw earlier making pastries and kidnapping children?
I cannot say that I have. Could you tell me more about it?
There was this thing that seemed like an old hag, but we couldn't really tell because it was so wrapped in rags, and they sell these pastries, and then people get addicted, and then one thing leads to another, and they sell their child off. We saw one take a child and basically try to drown it in the river. I don't think that's what you want in your city. I don't think you're managing your lands very well if you have monsters like these terrorizing your citizens.
I would quite agree. Do you have proof of this? It is quite the accusation to impose that it's someone else is a fiend when you walk a different skin, horns, and obvious fiendish qualities of your own. Though I must say, it suits you quite nicely.
Well,
I can't say for certain, but I trust my friend Najee when he suspects something.
And does he have proof?
I have no such proof.
Then may I ask, not a favor, you adventurers prefer quests, do you not?
Very much so.
I would like you to investigate this fiend, as you say. As you also say, Miss E, I believe your name is. We cannot have that kind of impropriety within my realm. So I will do as many lords do and send a brave group of adventurers to see what has gone amiss. And of course, you will be handsomely paid, just as you were for dealing with those pesky Dursts.
Well, you have been very
Were
kind
we
to us.
paid for that?
What'd you say?
Were we paid for that?
We have to go to this castle for payment.
Yeah, he literally just like, hey, come have drinks. We'll talk about your payment when you get there. And Young kind of went, no. And he went,
I mean, I'm down.
I want to get to the bottom of this, so if there's gold involved, all the better.
gold is easy, my dear. It is work that is hard.
There's no expiration date on this, right? Because, I'm not sure we can finish the job just quite yet.
Well, if it is your friends you are worried for, I can show them my hospitality while you work.
I'm looking at the two of them. I just want to see the look on their face when that voice says that.
Completely blank faces. As you see a problem, he's standing next to both of them.
Oh.
His arm is around Irina's shoulder. And you see Ismark is standing directly next to him.
Oh, God.
Well, you have been nothing but a most gracious host, Sir Count. I must apologize for the last encounter we had, where I was not in my clear of mind to attack you in such a barbaric manner.
Is Eric talking, I believe?
No, it's not you.
Who is Najee? Okay. It's quite understandable. You are in quite the most dire of straits. It is, of course, natural to attack the thing that seems to appear from nowhere. I should have announced my presence, and for that I apologize myself.
I'll give a bow.
He gives you a small bow.
Oh, I also do a formal bow.
His isn't as deep. He's mostly an incline of the head and little.
Of course,
movement
he's
of
the
shoulder.
Count. Positions of status.
Can I perceive whether Ismark and Irina are charmed or of their right mind?
That would be an Arcana check.
Okay. Which I'm not going to do good at. Nope.
You're not too terribly sure with the telltale signs. They do seem rather blank, but they are moving around a little bit.
Yep. I'm gonna sidle over to Bendar and ask him to look at the two of them to see whether or not they're under a spell of some kind.
I go ahead and do that. That'd be Arcana.
Yep.
Yeah,
Think so?
I got the bad rolls.
You're familiar with a lot of charm spells, and there's always a weird glitter to the eyes, which you don't see here.
I don't think they're, I whisper, under any charm or illusion. The gold is
Okay.
fine, Count, but I want answers as to why we are here. And I just have to say, I don't quite trust you.
Which is understandable. Many of your nature do tend to distrust people of the crown. It's always unfortunate, such wonderful things that you could do. But it is fine. If you wish to continue on your way, I will not impose on you. However, if you wish to make some coin while making a small pit stop along your way, I will be glad to look after your friends. I will even have your... what was her name again? The one with the wings. I believe you know her, Mr. Eric.
Oh, great. Is there any way that we can finish what we're doing with our friends and then circle back to you?
You could, but in that time, you are worried of kids going missing, are you not?
Yeah.
In the time it takes you to go to wherever it is you are wishing to go, how many children do you think will go missing in that time? You are, of course, the only adventurers here and the only ones that I can send. My soldiers could storm in, but they would not do well. They are merely military men, and not an adventurer folk as you.
Very military.
If you would like, I could have them return to you after you send a message by carriage. Be no more than a few hours out of your way.
Right.
I'm going to ask Ismark. Ismark, what's your perspective? What do you think?
Yeah.
Ismark kind of crosses his arms across his chest and starts to think.
He is technically your boss, in a sense.
I worry for the children. It is my job as burgomaster to keep them safe. And sometime, if it's just a few hours out of our way, it shouldn't be too much of a trouble, yes? Though I do defer to you, as you are the adventurers.
That's fine. Let's get it over with. I'll take you up on your offer, Count.
And I thank you. However, one man does not denote the team. What
So
say the rest of you?
So if we go after this job, that means we have to leave these two, and I point to Irene and Ismark with you. We can't take them along with us on our adventure.
It would be unwise. The burgomaster and the only living family he has left. To risk them would be a great blow to Barovia. After the most recent death of their father, I would feel better if they were out of harm's way. After all, they do not stand as strong as you. Ismark is a proud swordsman, but he is only just a swordsman. And little Lady Irina, she wears the blade, but she does not yet have the skill. Maybe a day will come when they are ready to take after like you. But I do not believe that is this day. However, I will not force the matter.
What about Arik's friend with the wings?
Ah, yes, it seems she has run across an issue and her wing has been severely damaged. I will take her to the keep and I will see her treated and moved back to you as you work, should we finish before you. I believe by air she is much faster than the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. Guys, can we huddle up real quick? Count, can we just have 1 second to talk real quick? Is that okay?
Of course. But before you go, would you like to know the price or bargain for it, perhaps?
Yes, please.
For an instant like this, he looks around the party, kind of stroking his chin. I would think perhaps 150 gold per person. Would that catch your interest? We really can't have those kids having any trouble coming to them.
What about 200?
Do remember that I am also bringing your friend into, what is it you say, battle-ready fitness again?
Hmm.
Yeah,
What do
but
you guys think?
you also brought us here, and we shouldn't even be here. So maybe the price should be 200 count.
And yet you make accusations with no proof to back it up. I have not brought you here. You say you were brought by a mist. Do I look like mist to you? He gestures down to himself.
There's more to
Sure
you
know how
than
to disappear in
appears.
it.
As do you, Miss E, or your friend Dragonette. Both of
Yeah.
you are well trained in the ways of stealth, so I hear.
Yeah.
Then perhaps an ally. Somebody that can escort you to where you wish to go.
Who would that be?
A friend of yours, Mr. Bigcrest.
Mm.
A soul you thought lost.
Okay.
The clerics up in my keep were able to rescue her. It seems she has aged since you last saw her, but this will bring both a friend to you and a friend to Miss Irene.
Mm,
Who the heck is
who would that be?
You see him wave his hand and a shimmering image start to pull in front of you as you see the young face of Rose.
Hmm.
She almost looks asleep.
Is that one of the kids that,
that
well, you
was the kid?
saw in the house that you guys were telling me about?
Yeah. Yep. Rose and Thorn.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
It seems her spirit was injured quite considerably. However, she has quite the fight in her and the blessing of someone very far away that allowed her to escape her home. We have managed to give her a body at great cost, but an ally is always a powerful thing.
Um,
This is a hard decision. I mean, we have kids being stolen. We have like our friends we're trying to protect. I don't know what we should do.
As an aside, just again to the group, in a very quiet voice, there's no choice here. If you can't see that, it's obvious to me. There is no choice being offered. He is going to hold these three people hostage until we do this. And no matter what we do, we're unlikely to walk away from any other possibility from this encounter. Is judging by the last encounter we had with him.
do we want?
Yeah, I agree. We got maybe 4 hours out of the city, and
You're on
I
your
don't think we'll make
maybe
it 3 days.
sixth.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
we
I don't
want
think we'll make it
Rose with us
three
though?
days away.
Because I'm concerned that he's done something with Rose. And
Oh yeah, she's a zombie.
Yeah.
What?
well,
Yes, yes, he has, and she's a zombie. Again, I'm not sure we have any options at this point.
I can guarantee you that she is not, as you say, a zombie. It was a resurrection spell.
Ah.
I believe you have the training, Mr. Veldrin, to confirm this.
Please, Naji is enough. I don't use my family's name.
As you wish.
Ooh.
But you see he waves a hand, and a ring of magic appears in front of you. And it starts to glow a soft blue. Before you see a woman step out. She looks about Irina's age.
Wow.
If you take a
Yeah.
look into Discord, I will show you the face. You
Oh,
now face.
here. She's totally fine. Well, waifus.
Is she purple, or is that just the light?
She does have a purplish tinge.
Zombification, I guess.
Not a zombie though.
Oh, great.
This is an image, or she's physically there.
You see, this looks like Bendar. Can you roll me Arcana?
Does she have highlights or just horns?
Sorry, one
Those
second.
are-
Where's the image at?
In Discord.
And on
In
what
artwork.
channel?
Chat.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
has some artwork.
In Arcana. Sorry, one second. Got it. Yeah.
You recognize that as the spell teleportation circle.
What?
Yeah, the teleportation circle spell.
Wow.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah.
Miss Durst is now what you would call a reborn. Somebody that has been through extensive soul trauma and managed to find their way back to the mortal plane.
So you're saying that she was dead and now she's undead?
Not undead, in that she was resurrected. She has not been made a zombie, which would not make her undead. She is not a lich, she is not a vampire, she is not a mummy. Any of the following would all follow under the undead category, as I believe you know, Mr. Eric.
yes.
Naji, can
That'd
you
be
confirm?
true.
You seem to have a good sense of those.
Give it a second. Sure. I'll give it a check. One more check for today. But I am pretty sure the count does not lie to us. He has no reason to.
You sense only one undead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what happened to Thorn then? If you managed to save Rose, what about Thorn?
Young Thorn did not wish to return. We felt his presence, however, the young boy does not have the strength of his sister and wish to move along. It seems Miss Durst has things left undone she wishes to do.
Okay.
The strength of her will and the touch of the divine have brought her back. With a little assistance, of course. She nods to Eric. I believe this is your mark upon her.
Did you have something to do with that, Eric?
We had an interesting encounter with Rose and Thorn, and then we eventually laid their bodies to rest.
Or so we thought.
So
I think
you
so.
basically reverse the desecration of their bodies, and then she comes back reborn. It's got to be very. Yeah, that's astronomically odd probabilities.
It
Well,
was
you
not
are.
his effort that brought her to being reborn, but gave her the chance to reach out to somebody that could bring her back.
Like a channel.
Yes. To put one way, Mr. Bigcrest put her on a path that led her to recovery.
Aww. I like
Her
turn
mark
around.
and the mark of your patron made a mark on her.
Yandala does that have that effect on people?
Even when she is so far away, yes. It has been quite some time since the deities of the outside world have reached here. Once we had the Morning Lord, but to my understanding, he is now gone, along with the sun, I believe.
I shed a little bit of tears of joy knowing that Thorn wasn't completely soul ripped and had a chance to actually move on. So that makes me happy.
Oh, God. But either way, the choice is yours.
Well, I guess I'm on the opinion if we take the deal for now.
180.
Yeah, no offense, but I'm a little more worried for Nimona than for Irina, so I'm open to. Plus, I want the witch lady dead anyway.
I
Me
agree.
too.
I
Seems your
mean,
friend.
we don't have much choice. And Bismarck's not going to protest, so let's do it.
You have many choices. But perhaps you would like to explain. I would like to. You would like me to explain what happened to your friend Nimona, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That
believe
would
you
be
know
nice.
that she went into the fog to try to follow whatever was following you, according to you, Miss Dragonet, I believe.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, while she was out there, you are correct in the fact that it is very hard to see here in this mist. That was a weird way to say that. Within the mists. And unfortunately, the creature that was hunting you caught her unawares. Are you familiar with a Wendigo?
No.
No.
A Wendigo.
Am I familiar with a Wendigo?
You are.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
You know that they are a spirit of cannibalism that possesses the weak of will. When tribesmen are isolated in their homes, trapped in deep snows or treacherous cold, the scarcity of food seeps deeper into the soul and causes them to become ravenous, to eat and consume whatever they can find. They are mad and horrific creatures that should be put down.
Cannibals. Excellent.
Definitely need to die.
There's a
Yes.
lot of
So
fish.
maybe step one, the witch. Step two, the Wendigo.
The Wendigo fled by the time my men arrived. It is out there somewhere, but my men are looking for it. The simple beast of that nature is something we can handle, I think. If perhaps you would like to help after your own quest, I will not stop you. If anything, I will give you the information that we gain as we try to hunt it. Is that acceptable?
Sounds good.
Sounds pretty good to me.
By the way, were those your men at the bridge that well, they're resting?
That attacked us.
I cannot say that it was.
Hmm.
Can you describe them for me?
3 big brutes, kind of mean.
Exacting money for crossing the bridge.
Did they wear any sigils? Marks of my home? No,
Not
they
that I
did not.
recall.
Then perhaps you've simply run across bandits who wish to make a toll against those traveling. You see them in every kingdom, unfortunately. And I thank you for ridding us of them. You each get handed a bag of 25 gold.
Wow.
Cool.
Very well.
What a... Oh, okay. I guess
Wait.
I've been bribed.
With
Just
indignation,
clarifying, did you
he
say you could
puts
help us
the gold in his pocket.
back to?
What did you say?
Did you say you could help us get back to the town of Barovia to find the witch, or was I mishearing?
The Barovia. I could help you get back to Barovia itself, however, I do not believe that is for where you seek.
Isn't it Rose who's going to lead us to wherever this witch is?
Yes.
Okay.
So
All right.
out of character, I have a question. So just to like keep it all straight, the Wendigo is not like the thing that we think is the fiend, or are they the same thing?
Different thing. The Wendigo is what attacked Nimona and was following you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Got it. Got it. And we're gonna try to go after
The witch.
the fiend.
The
Yeah,
fiend
the
for now.
witch. Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, and we each got 25.
Yep.
gold? Yes.
Got 40 gold. Woohoo.
Ooh.
Total.
25 arrows.
True. Well, that's...
All right. Well, Rose, I guess you lead the way.
You see her give a small curtsy.
Yes, do you teach Ismark how to lead a town while he's under your tutelage?
I look forward to teaching him the things his father never had the chance to. He was quite the busy man.
Understandably so.
Out of character, are they still in this like disguise kit wigs and stuff this whole time?
You'll never actually manage to put them on there. You're going to stop to do it.
Hmm.
But perhaps you'd like a ride to your destination.
That would be great.
You see him lift his hand and snap his fingers. And you see black shadows start to come out of his own and start to form into 3 large carriages, each pulled by beautiful black horses.
Wow, what stallions!
You can't lie, the guy's got a presentation.
I mean, come on! Like I say, how can you? Of course he's sexy. Look at this.
Impressive arcane magic.
I have had much time to study. But shall we go our separate ways for the time?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Until next time.
And
I'll hop into it.
how should we send a message to communicate with you to have us meet with Irina and Ismark?
Use this. He pulls a small scroll out of just nowhere. 1 second there's nothing in his hand, the next there's a scroll.
Whoa.
Okay,
This
I'm gonna
scroll
I'm
is
gonna look at Bendar. I'm gonna look at Bendar to go ahead and take that out of his hand.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. It's probably some kind of
This-
sending scroll.
is a scroll of sending. It will notify my head of staff when you are ready. When
Very well.
Miss Nimona has healed, I will send her along.
Stuff that in my satchel.
I'll climb on a
Mhm.
carriage.
I wish you luck, adventurers. I expect great things of you. It is good to have adventurers once more in our land.
I'm not sure I'm as happy to be an adventurer in your land.
I understand. But perhaps you and I could find a way to break the bonds that keep us both here.
We'll see what we can do.
He gives you a bow.
I
look
curtsy.
forward to it.
All right, I'll climb on.
I'll follow Dribby. I'll follow Dragonette onto the carriage.
You see, he turns and steps into his own carriage. One of the three. Ismark and Irene climbing up behind him.
What do their faces look like? Like, are they sad or?
They glance back. Anything associated with their unspoken words to us.
Ismark looks relatively relaxed. He looks eager to learn as he steps into the carriage. Irina seems a little hesitant, but turns and gives Miss E a thumbs up before stepping in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be all right for now. Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't trust this guy.
That is a wise course of action. Are all of us? You said there were 3 carriages. Are all of us in? He gets in one carriage with Irina and Ismark. Are the rest of us splitting up into 2 carriages?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
That's how you can do. Each one will carry about. Let me do a count real quick. Each one will carry 4 people.
3 and 4. I guess Rose is up front. Is she?
3 and
does she
3.
know how to drive horses?
Well, no, the horses. I'm guessing the horses are going to take us where the horses are going to take us. That's not
Yeah.
gross.
I think they're pre-programmed.
Oh, okay. Guy says he doesn't know where the fiend is. Takes us to where the fiend is.
Exactly.
This guy.
Rose
Yeah,
is
I
just
don't
up sitting
know.
on the front, taking the reins.
How you
Oh.
got here? I just control everything.
Yeah. Honestly, he knows what's going on, but I kind of like him in its own way.
Yeah. He's slippery.
He's a slippery bastard.
He's as cryptic as Nimona.
He's too smooth.
He's
Where are you from? I'm from here and there.
you know. Yeah, I don't control the mist. Yeah, says the guy who's said to be the ancient, the land. At least that was what I think the chant was, something like that.
But the wagons start to roll as y'all move along the path. You're there for about 2 hours before eventually you find yet another massive gate. It is here that the carriages stop. All but one. The last, carrying the individual you spoke to, Irina and Ismark, take a right and start moving along another road.
Okay. Yeah, they're going towards, I guess, the castle.
You see Rose step out. It looks like this is the end of the road for the carriages. We'll go on foot from here.
All right.
All right,
Lead the way.
All right, I
Either
step
way,
out.
Rose, how does it feel from being back from the abyss?
Yeah, Rose, how are you doing?
We'll
Do you
talk
feel
soon.
okay?
We have a little ways to go left. You see her glance up at the where the carriages are starting to rumble away from y'all, following the other. Tom, we must hurry.
We can talk while we walk.
All right, let's go.
It is not safe to talk within the walls of Barovia.
Mm.
And she
need to-
starts a quick pace. Within 10 minutes of leaving the fork, you see another familiar sight. Massive walls reaching high into the air with a massive portcullis. Once more, you find the gates.
I'm not familiar with these gates. You guys seen these before?
Let me
Similar
describe
to
them for
one,
you.
yeah.
When we first got captured in the mist, we woke up. We traveled along a road for many hours and came upon another gate just like this that brought us into Barovia. As soon as we entered, the gates shut behind us. Are these gates open?
Wide open.
All right.
Mm.
But y'all should now be able to see the picture.
Yep.
Passing through.
Okay.
All right.
It
So we're
is.
following Rose.
However, y'all are at about 8 hours. So you're starting to get tired from being moving around all day. It's about this point, Rose gestures you to follow as she moves past the gates.
Sure.
I'll follow. Yeah.
She's moving quickly, and she goes half an hour longer before finally stopping. You see her take a shaky breath and let it out with a long sigh. It's good to be out of his lands.
Now you want to tell us what the heck is going on from your perspective?
Can we set up camp? Do you have food by any chance?
Yes.
I haven't actually had the chance to eat. I didn't want to eat anything up at the castle.
Oh, really? Okay.
He offered, but it didn't seem safe.
I actually bought one elven ration, so I'll actually give that to you, Rose. And I
What's
give
an
it all.
elf?
Oh, just
I'm an elf.
yeah.
You're an elf? But I thought you
I'll
were a
take my
woman.
hood down and I'll show her my ears. Say I'm an elf.
Oh, that's what. Oh, I've never met someone like you. I thought you were just a fairy. My apologies. I thought you were just a fairy tale. You see some of your people in stories, but that's all we ever see.
Can I
May I?
There's no elves in Barovia?
No, to my knowledge, it is just man.
Hmm.
May I, Miss? I believe I missed your name. I'm sorry, my memories are rather foggy.
May you what?
She gestures to your ears.
I'm going to point at Eric and say he has the same ears.
Yeah, see? They're great.
But I am familiar with those that call themselves halflings.
This halfling's in
They
there.
are quite the wonderful people.
Oh, elves are just taller, boring halflings.
Boring halflings. What makes you say that? Do they not have as many? Do they not spend as much time enjoying the company of family?
Um,
In my case, that's very true.
Yeah.
they're just snobby.
It's not what you say.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
I see.
Give it time. They're not all bad.
Well then, I thank you for allowing me to meet you.
What do you remember from your passing to your return?
I remember our hunger. That's all I know. For years, that's all I remember. The pain of not being able to eat. Father never coming back. Thorn, you see her flex her hand. Oh, poor Thorn. I'm sorry, I failed you. I wish I'd found something better to eat. Her hand is flexing open and closed. You can see white scars all along the wrist.
Sorry for your loss.
Specifically that look like teeth marks.
Right, that did happen.
Well,
You start to see tears roll down her face, but instead of normal white ones, these have a tinge of red to them.
And after that, Rose, when you awoke, after the hunger.
Oh, yeah, yes. I was in the castle Ravenloft. I was surrounded in what looked like a ritual. The Lord Strahd was looking over me, and he told me that by the blessing of Yandala, I had been reborn.
wow.
Yandala.
Remember being an Eric?
Yes. He said it was thanks to Eric that I was able to return. And for
Oh, I
that,
see.
Eric, I am thankful. You see her give a full bow, completely bending over at the waist.
Wow.
Did you see anyone else in the castle other than
His staff, I
okay.
imagine. There were also some clerics, I think.
Curious.
And Rose, what do you make of this body that you're in? It's different.
Yes, the Count explained it to me. This is my body as it should have been, or at least age-wise, had I survived. It seems my soul continued to grow after my death.
Well, you certainly look mature now.
As I am understanding, I believe I am 23.
Out of character, CC, what does this body look like? Is it a normal human body, just purple?
It looks mostly human with a couple odd quirks. Like there's a little bit of blood in her tears. Her color isn't right. Her scars seem to glow a little bit.
Weird.
But for the most part, she still looks properly human, just with some odd quirks.
Well, I can live
So, Rose,
And just so we know, Rose, should we get into a scrape? Maybe some wolves appear in the night. Can you defend yourself, or do we need to protect you?
It seems that a hobby of mine has grown into a strength while I was, I suppose the best way to put it was sleeping. Or would it be death? I'm not sure what to call it. That being said, I have become proficient in a few forms of magic, though I do not know to what taste you will find it.
Well, any knowledge on the fiend that we're tasked with finding and defeating?
You mean Lady Morgantha, yes?
That's the one.
She has been visiting Barovia for many years. She tried to sell at our home more than once. I tried to follow her once. Father wouldn't let me out of the city. But I tried. And he looked into it for me. We were going to help try to deal with it not long before. You hear her voice kind of quiver and fall away. She suddenly looks very small.
Well,
before it happened, it seemed that she had taken up residence in my father's mill.
Hmm.
Is that
Am
where
I
you're taking
describing-
us?
Yes, I believe now it's known as the old bone grinder.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Oh, I
Ah,
wonder how I
great.
got that name.
Oh gosh, he does grind children.
Yes, Brian's children. I knew it.
So,
Ah,
And
just
Strahd
to
had
be-
no clue this person existed.
No,
yeah, that was
Strahd
probably a
said.
lie.
Strahd said that he had no knowledge this person existed. We may be doing him a favor by defeating a rival.
Yeah.
I think he's just
Unity.
testing us.
So, Rose, did the Count task you with anything other than helping us?
No. I said that I wished to travel and find you and thank you. And he said that he would put me on that path.
But having found us and thanked us, and once you lead us to the mill, what will you do then?
You see, she kind of looks away, a little bit of purple coming to her cheeks. She looks down, her foot kind of digging in the dirt in front of y'all.
Mm.
If it wouldn't be too much trouble, I would like to remain with you. I would very much like to learn more about the goddess who brought me home.
Yeah, absolutely.
To both her and you, Mr. Eric, I owe my life.
Oh my.
Well, that's very kind of you, but
My
I'll give
father would
credit.
call it a life debt.
Oh.
That's not necessary.
I, for one, would be happy to have you around, Rose. And I noticed you crying a little earlier for Thorn. Would you like a hug?
Yeah, I will be all right. Thank you.
I have no
I am
objections.
glad my brother no longer hurts. I can still feel it. The clawing hunger. I can't imagine what it was like for him. He was so small at the end. You see more tears welling up on the corner of her eyes.
Here, yeah, eat up. Now's not the time for crying.
She takes it, and she gives a small nibble, trying to be the dainty noblewoman. However, she does two nibbles and then just wolfs it down.
Cece, the
Well-
spot where we are, I'm going to look around. Is this a good spot to camp, or are we more vulnerable than protected here?
You know, there was a lot of hills and whatnot in the area you were initially in, but you have moved into effectively a grove in between the forests. This would be a secluded place. You won't be seen at a distance should the mist clear. You have shelter here.
Well, set up your tents and
Yeah, as good a place as any to camp.
brave the night.
All right. I think I can set down an alarm. Maybe. I don't know. Unless I switch that. No, I
I can
switched
set up
it.
sentries if you'd like.
I switched it. So, nope, I don't
You
have
hear
it.
from Rose.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We can't be too cautious.
But as I said, some may find my magics a little distasteful.
Okay.
You see she's kind of shifting around a little nervously.
I won't judge you.
No.
Okay. I'll go set up my sentries then. Please don't be mad.
Of course not.
Actually, I would.
This is mostly directed towards Eric.
Yeah, I would go follow her and just kind of see, like, just I'm interested.
She doesn't go too far away. She's still within the
Okay,
bounds of
cool.
the alarm spell.
So I'm just looking in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaning over to Missy. I'll bet a silver that this is going to be undead sentries. By the way.
As
of
you're
course.
saying this, you see her pull a skull out of her bag.
Right.
Of course, yeah. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, necromancy. Let's do this. You can't beat him. Join him.
You can't be afraid to become a monster.
All of life has been lost, but your magic still remains. Your soul is trapped and your body is here. I call your soul back to your body. Help me in my time of need and protect those that I care about. I will find you rest at the end, but for now we must march. That's the kind of chant you hear her start to give as she holds her hands out over the pile of bones.
Eric's just watching with a nervous smile. He's sweating profusely.
You see the purple light in her hair and her wounds start to glow a little bit. The purple getting more intense as waves of purple energy start to come off her and off the bones before the bones start to float into the air and slowly construct a full skeletal human.
Bendar seems impressed, even though he's more into, demons and devils.
And then she takes out 3 things. The first is a belt with a short sword belted to the side, a quiver full of arrows, and a longbow.
Nice.
Seems you've had some experience in traveling before.
It wasn't something I knew when I was before. It seems my soul has done much traveling since I was asleep. There are many things that I know that I'm not sure how I know.
Sounds like a sorcerer.
Tell me about this skeleton. How long will it patrol all night? And what will it do if it senses something?
It will defend us to the best of our abilities, or best of his abilities. He does not need sleep. And I will need to reassert control in 24 hours, else he will become rabid. But it's a simple spell. I just need time to cast it.
Okay.
Until then, he will protect me. And as to my wishes, protect you.
Is this a real soul, though?
No, I don't believe so, no. It's a approximation of the individual it was left before. The soul leaves a mark on the body, and my magics effectively bring what the whisper of a soul leaves on a body back to it so it can mimic what it was in life.
Bendar
Like,
nods
Eric,
in
like-
confirmation.
I'm gonna Eric and be like, "You okay with this? Just checking."
I mean, it is more negative energy from a plane than a real soul. So, I'm just saying.
That's
Yeah,
very
so-
comforting to know.
Yeah, if it's all the same to everyone, I still want to keep a watch. Can we cycle through everyone? I can cover 2 watches. I only need 4 hours of rest.
I can take one.
Yep, I'll take one.
Yeah, I think.
I can take a second.
You see Rose raise her hand again. I don't think I can actually sleep.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Then Rose, take the first watch with me. And then if you want to stay awake or can stay awake, if you can sleep, that's fine. If not, then you can watch with the others as we move through the night.
Yeah.
I will need to spend some time immobile, but I will remain conscious throughout.
More benefits to being this reborn, I guess.
As I understand it, yes. It may be. I wonder if I can age anymore.
Mm.
Hmm.
Curious. Hey, interesting.
Well, Bendar is resting on his bedroll.
Do we have any alcohol?
I
I
think
got you a
Ramona had
bag of mushrooms. I don't want this anymore.
Oh yeah, I'll carry all that. Don't worry about it. Anybody want a drink or a little fun trip on the way out to bed?
If I remember correctly, those mushrooms make you rage, so you might not want to pop them right before you go to sleep.
By what do you mean a drink?
Oh, I guess you're physically old enough to drink. I don't know if it'll affect you at all.
As I understand it, both my mind and body have aged considerably since before.
Give her a
Ooh,
drink. She died and came back. That's enough.
yeah, I mean, it's alcohol. You'll enjoy it, and I like give you a glass of. I'm guessing we might have some wine around.
You probably won't enjoy it. I could be wrong.
What do you think?
You see, she takes the goblet from you that it gets poured into, and she takes a tentative sip. It reminds me of my father. He used to drink like this.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well,
Tell me, did you ever find my father? I'm uncertain of where he went.
I don't think we found him. Do you guys?
Yeah, what
I
happened with that?
mean, we're pretty sure that they were turned into some kind of monster.
Oh, um, oh, I see.
Your parents are not the parents you knew before.
Were you able to grant them peace?
Unfortunately, I don't think we were able to.
Oh,
We did undo the spell of the house, so
Yeah, so maybe they're out of the monster bodies.
I can hope.
There's a chance.
We wondered why father never came back. Mother was so angry at the end. He said we'd be safe there.
That's still a mystery. I really don't understand why he would leave you like that.
You see, she falls quiet and looks into the goblet.
Maybe somebody did something to him and he couldn't for some reason.
If he has become, as you say, perhaps. But it didn't save Thorn. It didn't save Walter.
Who's Walter?
My younger brother.
Oh.
He was such a cute baby.
Oh, I get a little emotional at this point.
You
Well,
should have
if you
heard him
stick with
cry.
us,
It
maybe
was.
we.
Wait a minute. Your brother never cried. He was stillborn.
No, he wasn't. I remember him. He
Whoa.
used to cry, and I used to break into Miss Anya's room to visit him. I
Oh.
was I was so stubborn back then. I thought that it was such a farce that somebody of her station would keep me away from my younger brother. That she could lock the door to me.
Well,
You
that
see
might
your
explain
smile
some of
fade.
the ritualistic magic going around. Or cause more questions.
I guess.
Well, if you stick with us, when we eventually, I'm sure we'll get back to Barovia, we can look for more answers.
I would like that, Mr.
We can.
Eric. I would like that very much.
I mean, we did find out that we think your father did perform some ceremonies for the count of this land. Um,
My father was a good man.
okay.
He. You see her kind of deflate a little bit. He wouldn't do those kind of things.
Oh, can we hand her the
The book you
letter
burned?
from Strahd?
Okay, no.
No, the letter.
letter.
The book you burned 3 times now.
I thought about that when she did the necromancy stuff, and I was like, wait, we've already destroyed that like 4 times.
Yeah, and we gave the original letter up.
Yeah.
So we
Oh.
have a copy. Only Miss E has a copy of it.
Yeah, I wrote down a copy in my journal and then we gave it to Ismark because
That's
he
a different
wanted-
letter.
Oh, it's a different letter? Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
we have the letter.
Because the one you're talking about is the one you found on the way into Barovia.
Oh,
There was also a letter y'all found in the
in
library.
the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then we show her that one.
You see, she reads it in silence. I don't understand. My father was a good man, wasn't he?
Yes, I think something just must have happened to him out of his control and corrupted him. He wasn't himself.
No, I won't believe that. He was good, right up to the.
These lands are corrupting.
Mm-hmm.
You see, she falls silent and just stares at the letter.
I think that he could be both a good man and have done bad things.
I agree.
He's the one that he's found me practicing magic. I stole it from his study. Mother would have been so angry, but he said it was a good thing. Something to be proud of that I could do. He was gonna hire me a tutor. Somebody to make sure I was the best. Because he wanted us to be the best. Oh, Father, what did you get yourself into?
For this type of magic that you're practicing right now, the same type?
He said it could be seen as bad, however, having our brothers stand with us, even after they're gone, had strength to it.
I think it's about how you use it.
But isn't that the same with any talent?
Yeah.
There's power in what you do. You can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
The world's not black and white. A hero for one person is a villain for another.
Very true.
Villainy is
Every man is the
relative.
hero of his own story.
I think you should take a more drinks of this drink. And in memory of your father, and trust me, the more you drink, the better things will get, at least for a while.
She nods and starts to sip more. Her eyes never leaving the parchment in front of her.
I definitely down like almost 2 glasses, if not 2. Anybody want some? Nod? Flint? Dragonette?
I'm fine.
Nope, I'm good.
Hmm.
I'll take a
Would
cup.
you, Eric?
Yes, I'll take a cup.
Maybe when we're in town and not.
This has been a lot.
It has been a lot.
Every day in Barovia is just another heavy day.
Right, so.
I
Dragonette is going to try to distract Rose by asking her to show me what she can do. Show me what you can do with your bow, your longbow, and I'll take my longbow and compare it with hers, just to compare
Aw.
accuracy and everything else, just to get her mind
She
off
handed
that.
that to the skeleton. All the weapons got handed to the skeleton.
Oh.
Oh.
I'll-
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her whether she shoots a longbow.
No, I'm not familiar with their weapon. Father preferred crossbows, but he never let me touch them. He was going to train Thorn and Walter up, though.
Do you have any weapons of your own?
No. I suppose I have my magics, but
I'll give her like a pouch of sugar. Just like something
What
sweet.
what about a dagger? I mean, I'll pull one of my daggers out. Would you like this to have on your person?
will I need it? I
If you
imagine.
need it, then you need it immediately. If you don't need it, it's just a little extra weight on your hip.
Oh, okay. Thank you then.
Dragonette shows endearment in strange ways.
Would you show me how to use it?
Yes.
I've never worked with a dagger before.
Yeah, you're gonna have a boot camp, a 2-hour boot camp on how to use a dagger in combat. I'll spend the next hour working with her on how to use a dagger to defend herself in the event that we get into a pickle. She's out of spells.
Wouldn't I be able to rely on my summons?
Absolutely, until they're dead.
Well, they're undead.
Well, until they're destroyed, then. Look, this is a weapon of last resort. You should never need it. This is an insurance policy. The hope when I hand you this weapon is that you will never, ever use it. But if you need to use it, you'll need to use it.
Okay. She sits and listens to everything you say. She does keep glancing over at Eric from time to time, though.
Does she stare at Dragonette's ears a lot?
No, she's listening to Dragonette.
Oh, that's awesome. So, Rose, have you ever seen a tiefling like me before?
Mm-mm. We only have humans here in Barovia, to my knowledge.
I like take my hands and just do like the gesture of like sweeping my body up and down, like, well, what do you think?
You want to touch her tail?
Yeah.
You see,
touch
she
my
holds out her
horn.
hand. She actually raises her hand, kind of looking at it, then looking at you. We're almost the same color now.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I usually don't see people colors like me unless they're tieflings.
How was it that you to become a what did you say it was? A tiefling?
Tiefling? Well, nobody truly knows the very beginning of it all, but I I just I I was born this way. It was I uh
I apologize if I've disturbed you or
I
asked something that makes you uncomfortable.
I just don't know what to say. Yeah, I don't like to think about where I came from very often.
Okay. What about sweets? Do you like sweets?
Oh yeah, I love sweets, but
What's your favorite kind of sweet?
I haven't really thought about that. I mean,
Mr. Eric, do you have a favorite kind of? You see your hands starting to fiddle with each other, their fingers kind of fiddling with each other, almost a nervous tick. Do you have a favorite sweet?
Mm, I love all sweets. I will eat any sweet put in front of me.
Okay. Okay.
I think dark chocolate's the best. Smooth and creamy is the way to go with a touch of bitter.
Oh, what is dark chocolate? Is it a different color?
It's normal chocolate, just darker, closer to black, but not quite.
Oh, what's a white chocolate?
Oh, honestly, I have no idea why it's white. Not a clue. It's a mystery to me.
Oh, Mr. Bendar, do you know?
I
You
I
seem studied.
not on chocolate. Maybe if you ask me a question about, I don't know, um, I don't know, Avernus or something.
Glenn
Avernus.
might know.
What's Avernus?
Oh, well, it's complicated, but it's the first layer of, well, what people would call the hells.
What the heck?
Honestly, I think it might be one, this place might be one of the hells. But, you
Oh.
know, it's a plane of fire and death and battle and streaking
You see, she
comets
kind of looks
slamming
around.
into the into the ground. That's all I've heard.
I do not believe we have those here. I mean, people die, I suppose, but there's been no great battles to my knowledge. Mr. Naji, are you familiar with any? It is Mr. Naji, yes?
Correct.
Okay. Mr. Naji, are you familiar with any great battles here? Or wait, you said you weren't from here. Are you familiar with any great battles?
Mm, I don't think Bernard showed any stories.
What do you mean?
Um,
Tell her about the great spider infestation, the glorious battle that you undertook in order to vanquish those foes.
Was I don't think that's quite the battle she's looking for.
Oh, are you kidding? It's the most glorious battle we've been in.
I don't think you were there either.
Exactly. No, the only other battle that Flint and I have been in, we stumbled half dead out the door.
Uh,
With rats, I believe. Is that
Indeed, covered in
okay?
rats. Yes, yeah, that was a little less glorious than the spider infestation.
Did you have to deal with a rat clearing? What was it called? I think adventurers use the job quest. The job? Were you to
Yes.
clear out rats from a building?
Well, no. We were hired to clear spiders from a building, which we did, which was a lot of gutting, some little magic, and a lot of flames.
Oh, what do the rats have to do with that?
Well, the rats were actually in your house. When we were trying to break out, the whole place got trapped with like swinging blades and blocked windows, so we had to bust through the walls, and every time we did, it'd be walls of rats we would have to slash through.
You said my home was infested with rats?
Yes.
How did that?
While your spirit was wandering, your house fell into ruin. It was filled with rats.
Hmm.
hmm.
Rats and traps.
Mother would be so mad. She would never stand creatures like that living under her roof. She, I, you see her voice falter, and she kind of raises a hand to rub a cheek as if rubbing an old wound.
Don't worry, she's gone. And I think we killed almost all of them, so it's okay.
Uh,
I'm weaking.
I don't know, just the wordings you use sometimes. Like, Well, whatever. No need to sugarcoat, I guess. Bros, you're an adult.
Oh, I suppose I am. You're right. That's odd to think of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Father said I would hit puberty soon, but I guess I missed the block.
Well, you're in full bloom now.
Is there a flower on my head?
Just
You see her reach up and pat her head.
Do you want to leave the lands of Barovia, Rose?
I don't believe that it's possible, is it?
Gotta be a way. We came from somewhere. There's gotta be a way back.
If it's possible, then yes. I would love to see the world outside of Barovia. I want to meet Lady Andala and see the halfling people. Can you? I have a question, though. She turns to Eric.
Yes.
What is Elevensies?
Elevensies?
Mm-hmm. Do you know?
Even I know Elevensies. Surprised you don't, Eric.
No.
It's the meal between second breakfast and lunch.
Oh.
Usually had about 11.
Oh,
Okay.
Let me grab something real quick.
oh, the Lord of the Rings reference.
Yes, I believe it's breakfast, second breakfast, elevensies, luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, and supper. Is that not the way of the halflings?
Isn't that Hobbit's trademark?
Same fucking creature.
Yep.
Well,
Like straight up, it's the same
is.
fucking creature.
Same.
Yeah.
Yep, ripped from Tolkien.
It is. That is the usual schedule, but when you're out adventuring, a lot of people don't like to take time for second breakfast and elevensies and tea time.
What you do when you're home, yes?
Absolutely.
What would one have at elevensies?
Is there a real answer to this?
I believe so.
I don't
Real
know.
answer is everything you got, man. Just
Yeah, whatever you
everything
feel.
goes.
Elevensies is usually a snack and drink.
Usually you just have a snack and any kind of drink.
Let's put it this way.
But
It's effectively a coffee break.
but you can have it pretty much whatever you want.
But I would like to do it right. If I make a mistake, I could insult somebody. And I can't be having that for the new people. No. The halflings are noble creatures, and we should respect them, yes?
Have you been talking with Yandala? Is that who's been telling you these things?
No, I had these memories when I woke up.
Odd.
Interesting.
Should I not have?
Well, it's just interesting that you just came to with all this knowledge that you didn't have before.
No. I suppose I was. You see, she starts to shift a little nervously while she sits on the ground. And I was under the impression that I gained it from you.
Oh, okay. That would
You
make
see her
sense.
cheeks go purple again.
Okay, well, let me. I'll explain to you all about my home and all of our fun traditions. And I'll spend like the next hour or two explaining various different halfling culture things.
She is absolutely enthralled.
Oh, a sweet girl.
What is the rest of the party up to?
Dragonette is up, and she's taking the first watch. I'm assuming with Rose.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm just gonna wait until everybody else goes to sleep, and then Rose and I are gonna have a private conversation after everybody goes to sleep.
All
I
right.
need sleeping.
I think I signed up for second shift, so I'm probably gonna like go to sleep real quick, get a little bit in before I have to get up and do second watch. So I'll just curl up in what I'm guessing we made tents, and I'll just be curling up in one of my tents.
Does anybody actually have a tent in their bag?
Maybe we don't.
I thought I did, but I guess not.
Because I
Maybe
know those
not.
things are stupid heavy.
Yeah, probably not. So then I'm just sleeping on a blanket on the ground.
Oh, climb a tree.
Oh, I might have muted myself. Did I say that I was resting on my bedroll with my pack sword on my okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just be on the grass, honestly, with a blanket.
Alrighty.
Do we need an additional watch, or is that cover it?
It's covered. Just for CC, the private conversation I was going to have with Rose is basically explaining how feminine hygiene works because she's
Yes.
brand new to this, and if her body works the way that a human body works, this is going to be a big surprise for her. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give her the talk during
Yay!
our time on watch.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You see, she actually takes out a small journal and starts writing things down as she's listening.
She has to learn. Is everybody else sleeping too? After the conversation with Rose.
Yes,
Yes.
Eric went to go sleep so that he didn't have to take part of the conversation.
Okay.
Alrighty. Time eventually passes. She takes first watch, and then she says she'll sleep through second, so the two of y'all will be able to split it up.
And I get up.
After it's explained. Miss E, once you're woken up, Dragonite, are you staying up? And you're gonna sleep for the back two shifts?
Well,
So you'll be
yeah,
up with Miss E?
she'll trance for the third shift.
Okay, so you're gonna be up with Miss E?
Yes.
And Rose is asleep through 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But Miss E, you are woken up and you see Rose effectively kneeling on the ground, sitting on her heels, just not moving. You can see her eyes gazing unfocused ahead.
Would I recognize that as a trance?
It's not even necessarily a trance. Most trances, there's a degree of separation where you're a little more unfocused. This still seems like she can see you. She's just still as a corpse.
Whoa. Okay. That's freaky. Rose, are you in there? Hello?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm here.
okay.
Misty, as you also notice something interesting, she's not breathing.
um you're not breathing. Are you okay?
Yes, Missy. I don't need to breathe.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
That makes me
strange.
think that the conversation we just have might be for moot. But again, insurance policy, if you
Never
need it,
know.
you need it.
Yes.
I've been
Um,
getting a little more used to my body over the last hour. I do not believe I need to eat or sleep or breathe or even drink, I don't think.
wow. Well, regardless, take some time off your feet and just lay down. Even if you don't sleep, it'll feel good to rest.
Oh, okay, I can try that.
And might as well lay down on my roll I have right here.
Oh, okay. She does as you ask, and then she stops moving again, and she looks a hell of a lot like a corpse.
Can you close your eyes, Rose?
Oh,
It's
okay.
freaking me out.
She closes her eyes, her hands tucked over her stomach.
Thank
You
you.
know, you ever seen a body in a casket, hands crossed over the chest?
Yes.
That's what she looks like right now.
I have a spare blanket. You wanted to like put it over her like one of those cadavers.
Yes. I'll put a blanket over her.
Oh gosh, her legs are sticking out like one of those scenes.
Missy?
Yeah.
Oh, why did you put a blanket over my face?
Well, I didn't mean to put it over your face. Sorry. I roll it under your chin. I mean, I just thought it would make you more comfortable. I don't know if you need warmth, but it's cozy.
Okay, thank you. She hasn't moved at all, other than the fact her lips are moving.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Then her eyes open and turn to lock onto you.
Cool.
Thank you, Missy. I hope you have a good watch.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for looking out for us too. I appreciate it. And try to take some time off.
I'm going to look at Miss E and without saying anything, mouth the word zombie.
I'm just gonna like nod my head in agreement. Um, Dragonette, I've been meaning to ask you, did you ever have the chance to learn Thieves' Cant while you were, roaming?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah. That's wonderful. We have to communicate. Like, so many times they say not to say things in Barovia. I think sometimes it might be good if we use Thieves' Cant, and maybe we can even teach other people how to use it too if there's something we want to say about the Count quickly.
You
Maybe
won't say anything quickly in
You're
Thieves'
not
Camp.
going to. Exactly.
You can't.
No.
Oh,
Let's put it this way. Actually, I have an example of Thieves' Cant if you want to listen to it.
Oh, so do I.
Is it from Ocean's 11?
It is not, but I've got my own made up of Thieves' Cant.
Let me find. Um,
You're finding that. I'll read mine while you're finding the other one.
yes.
Did you get a
So
ding
you
on the
want
coconut?
Oh yeah, exactly. So you want some gibberish? Yeah, a bit of patterflash. So say you're a footpad out to Fork and Equipped Cove, hoping for a rum cod, but you're a dromedary and mull you're borrowing. Some coal cries beef and you get snapped by a moon pig, and you mull again, you end up making him content. You get a petty fogger who turns out to be a cursitor and can't grease the grandpa. The fortune teller tells you to cry cockles, so you go to the shop to wait for Jack Ketch. The underdubbers are keeping you at an ironmonger's shop, so with no chance of going home, you hang out in the guest house till Hamlet brings you to the Gregorian tree and the nubbing cove gives you a hearty choke. At least till you got the hempen fever.
Is that just Irish?
It does sound kind of Irish, doesn't it?
That's awesome.
That's good.
it's
Yeah.
Ocean's 12 that I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah, what that means is that you're a rogue out to pickpocket a rich target, hoping for a big payday, but you're a dumbass and you screw it up. Somebody cries out, gets the watch, and you get caught by the night watchman, but you screw up again and end up killing the night watchman. You get a cheap lawyer who turns out to be incompetent. He can't bribe the judge. You get sentenced to hang. You wait in prison, and then the guards have you in chains so you can't escape. So you wait until the senior constable takes you out to the gallows and hangs you until you're dead. That was what I said in Thieves' Camp.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Nice.
Thieves Can't is a lot of saying a lot of bullshit that sounds just like somebody talking but sending a message through it. It's all. Have you played Skyrim?
No, I haven't.
Yes.
Okay,
Of
in
course.
Skyrim, if you look around at some of the buildings, there will be little
Yeah,
symbols
little marks.
scratched into the wood.
Yep.
That's another part of Thieves Can't.
Yep.
Can't.
Oh,
Love Thieves Can't.
Like this is an easy
Wow.
mark, or this has a lot of money in
Magical
it.
defenses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad mark.
Yeah, what you and I might be able to do is exchange maybe hand signals or something saying, hey,
yeah.
we're in trouble, we're not in trouble. This guy's an easy mark. This guy's somebody we shouldn't mess with, that kind of stuff.
This is a safe
Yeah,
haven. Yeah.
Yeah. Just basic stuff like that, or just little hand signals like you're gonna like go look out back or something like that would even be helpful.
A question: does Najee sleep in his armor?
Yeah.
He sleeps with a helmet, I know that. He might take
Yeah.
his armor off, but he definitely sleeps in the helmet.
Because I know there's some issues sleeping in armor, and I just wanted to double check because there is a detriment to sleeping in non-light armor.
Oh no, the tragedy of it.
Because you don't heal, and you don't heal levels of exhaustion. Otherwise, you're fine. You have full health, you're fine, but you don't get your health back.
I mean, I'm full health. I'm doing great.
I got medium armor. I guess that affects it as well.
Medium and heavy are both. It's only light that doesn't do it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Have you ever tried to move around in that shit? You can move around fine, but laying down on it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, I was just curious.
I guess so. Like, I'd rather not get ambushed and.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm at
Not
full
bad.
health and everything, as long as I get my spells, that's fine. But yeah, if
You will get
it's
your spells.
yeah, if it's like where I have levels exhaustion, blah blah, then I'll take the armor off.
Yeah, if you're missing HP or if you have a level of exhaustion, that's when it hits. So, anything else go on between Miss E and Dragonette?
I don't have anything, just passing the night. And at this point I am taking it easy, so this will be like the first half of my long rest.
Okay.
I am curious, and I do want to ask how trance works. Like, I also like am unsure. Like, I haven't seen that very often, so I'm gonna ask you, Dragonette. Like, what is it like? What does it feel like when you trance? Does it feel like you're like daydreaming?
Yeah, have you ever meditated and you're focusing just on one image, one idea, one concept, to the exclusion of everything else?
I wouldn't call it meditating, but I've concentrated on a singular image before.
You do that for 4 hours.
Wow, 4 hours! The same thing?
You hear a voice behind you that's almost as cold as the grave. What have you been thinking about, Missy? Cough, cough. Sorry, frog in my throat. You hear from fucking Rose, who's still laying there.
Your corpse.
All kinds of things.
It's
Okay.
Is it something that has to do with being purple? Do I have to learn to do whatever that is?
Not being purple, but definitely just I can show you the world, so to speak, a little bit later.
She closes her eyes again and just goes back to corpse.
Oh man.
And who are y'all waking up for third shift?
It was older, wasn't
I guess I can take third shift since
Oh, you're gonna take third shift. So yeah, we'll wake up Bendar, and I'll go to into my trance.
So it's Bendar and Flint that are awake for third shift?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. It's about halfway through your shift when something finally happens. You hear a distant scream.
Oh no.
All right.
Flint, roll me intelligence, just a pure intelligence to see if you recognize it. You don't got a clue.
Oh, that was a saving throw. But
Same roll, it's just less.
Did you hear that?
so at 3. I did, but I don't know what it was.
All right.
It's after that you'll hear the sound of somebody casting a spell.
Oh,
Bendar, can I get an Arcana check?
Sure.
Bendar, you actually recognize this as the spell Grease.
All right. Someone's
Ooh.
casting a spell, Grease. I say we move now. It's like it sounds like it's close by, right?
It's a little distance away, probably 100, 200 feet.
Oh, okay. Oh, 100 or 2.
I wonder if
All right, let's.
do we see the skeletal sentry around?
You can see it. It looks like it's looking off into the dark. It's got the bow out, and it's got pulled a arrow out.
All right, well, let's wake up everyone.
Should we wake up? Yeah, I'll try and not loudly, but
Yeah, I'll
quietly
just
wake up
shake
probably Dragon
people.
at first, and then go down the line.
I'll shake
Whoa.
Eric and Missy and Najee.
What's going on?
And
Someone's
we heard
casting a
someone
spell.
scream and casting a spell.
Oh. Oh boy. Okay. I guess let's get ready. Should we move or stay put?
Can we tell what direction the sounds are coming from?
Coming
West,
from
north.
the west.
So further down the road.
Do we did we get our full rest or we're still?
Not yet.
Okay, got it.
You'll
okay.
need to get all the way through the 8 hours.
Got it. Okay, no problem.
So no, this will interrupt. I'm gonna,
Dragonette's almost there.
but not quite.
Actually, no, you were up to 2. You're still in the first one. Yeah, y'all are all still in the middle of y'all's long rest. So y'all haven't gotten through it yet.
I'm gonna point at Miss E and make the sign to split up on either side of the road and sneak through the woods. I'm gonna tell the others that we're gonna go scout ahead. You start moving down the road. We're gonna move ahead on the sides and see if we can't find out what's going on.
Okay, like I'd say I will stay back 50 feet and follow along. I'll just go right down the middle of the road.
Well,
Yawn.
as the party starts creeping forward, feel free to put yourselves where y'all want to be.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll go out front, and I'll keep an eye out for greasy stuff.
Yeah, and Missy, you want to take the woods on the right, and I'll take the woods on the left. Where's the road? Is it this curvy thing? Is this the road?
This thing you're standing on, kind of stonish.
Okay, got it. So yeah, Missy, do you want to take a point on the other side of the road here?
Over here? Yeah.
Side. Then we're going to proceed in that direction. Is that correct?
Skeleton.
Huh?
That's
Oh.
our skeleton.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's our guy. I'm like, oh,
Okay, I
got
was
behind us.
scared.
Wow,
That's
that's
the
bad.
skeleton, buddy.
Well, now you can't stealth for shit, so he's just gonna stand in the middle in the road, like yawning.
This looks good.
She's instead of being in a line, Rose is a little off to the side. If it's a caster, we want to look out for line spells.
Lightning
Spreading-
bolt. Yeah, so a lightning bolt doesn't tear through the middle.
He was casting grease, so just to let you know. Or whatever it was. Casting grease.
It's at this point you hear more chanting in the distance as you hear a firebolt spell.
Oh,
Nice.
Miss E, you know this voice. Eric, you know this voice. That's Nimona.
fuck.
What?
What in the world?
So we hear Nimona casting Firebolt.
Yes.
We
You don't
should-
really recognize the spell, but you
Yeah.
definitely hear her. You've heard her cast this spell specifically, and fire came out last time.
Okay, yeah. I think we should like head towards that because I recognize it's Nimona. So I'm gonna. So is it kind of just me that knows that, or
Everybody else knows.
I do too.
okay, cool. And then I'm gonna
Then
like,
Yeah, we're gonna move.
yeah,
probably start running towards it. Yeah.
yeah.
Alrighty, everybody roll initiative just so we can keep track of everything that's going on.
Excellent.
Oof.
I rolled a 6.
Alrighty, who am I missing? Do I have a flint? There's a flint. Alrighty. Okay. So, going down the initiative, Dragonette, you're the first one to react.
Okay, good. Well, it's still off to the left. We still can't see anything, so I'm gonna move ahead. 6. And do I see anything yet?
You do not. You don't
Okay,
even see
then-
the flash of fire.
Got it.
Whoa.
Then I am going to bonus action dash to go 6 more.
Gotcha. You go right up. You still don't see the fire.
I'm gonna hold here. So I'm not gonna my action is gonna be a prepare. I'm gonna prepare to shoot an arrow if I see something that is an obvious enemy.
Gotcha.
I'm done.
Alrighty, that brings us to Flint. Flint, what you up to?
Could I tell that the sound came from that direction?
Yep.
This way. Then I guess I'll run the same. So 30 feet of movement. If I don't see anything from there.
At this point, you hear the chanting kind of stop. As you move up, Flint.
I'll use a bonus action, I guess, to do Magic Stone, and I'll just hold my action, which would be to throw one, in case I see anything dangerous looking.
Gotcha. Bendar.
Metal and like
All right. I shall move 30 feet over here. Oops. And then I'll just ready a Hex and Eldritch Blast.
Gotcha. Eric.
I get 25. Let's see. I did not get spell slot back.
Not yet. No.
All right, I'll do bless at a second level. And I'll put it on Dragonet, Flint,
Out of range.
and Missy. Oh, yeah. Range is 30 feet, so I can't do that. I'll have to move first. There. Nope. Well, I'll use my movement. And that's all my movement. So I'll still do the second level bless on Miss E, Najee, and Rose.
What are you doing? Bless on Rose?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll just do it at a first level then and just do those three.
Alrighty.
Is this first level?
Yes.
Okay.
That brings us to Najee.
I'm still not sure what's going on entirely. Gotta just pack up my bedroll or my blanket. Move up.
This is a little ways away from camp. Y'all have already moved.
Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna keep walking forward then. They said split up more, so I guess I'll be over here. Just be ready to dodge, I guess. Dodge action.
What exactly does dodge action do? It gives you a disadvantage
It's-
on anybody attacking. Is that right?
Or yeah.
I think I'll forget like advantage on deck saves.
God damn it! It doesn't actually.
Don't think it gives you any other AC
Dodge.
bonus, but maybe.
It's either an AC or advantage. Don't remember which one it is. When you take dodge action, you voice entirely. Starting your next turn, attacks are disadvantage, and you make deck saves with advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Alrighty. Is that it for Najee?
Yep.
What you doing?
So I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy, which is just a cantrip. I'm going to move more forward. Let me see. All the way up here. And I'm going to boom my voice up 3 times as loud and just yell out like for Nimona, like, Nimona, are you okay? And like just really project that voice and see if I hear anything back.
You only hear the echo of your own voice, as everything has gone quiet again.
Dang it. Hmm. Can I like roll perception? Is there anything I can perceive at all?
You can try.
Okay.
Good luck.
You don't hear anything, save for a soft rustle. Something moving past leaves.
Hmm.
You know something's there, but you don't know where.
Okay. Well, I'll relay the information to everyone that there's something there. I just can't figure out where yet. So it's best if we kind of spread out a little bit and kind of comb through the area, I think. And that'll be it.
Alrighty. Rose is starting to move forward, keeping a little bit towards the back as she sends her skeleton forward as well. Anybody see anything?
Just rustling.
Dragonette, that brings us back to you. Everything
Okay.
has gone quiet.
But the perception is that it was still further off the map.
It's actually right about where you were. Best guess.
Okay, then I'm gonna look around where I am, try to see if there's any evidence of like a spell that got cast, a burnt tree, or anything else that would have resulted from a firebolt being shot through the woods.
Roll me perception. Especially since you heard but with Bendar saying grease got cast, followed by a firebolt, you definitely think you'd be able to see that. However, you see no mark of the burning grease, which you should be able to see. That shit lights up.
Okay.
But you see nothing.
Okay, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna hold my action. Again, just a ready action for a bow shot if I see anything. I'm done.
Which way are you watching for?
To the north, because it was along the road, so I'll be from my vantage point looking to the north.
Gotcha. Coolio. Where are y'all pointing off? Okay, you're just pointing off in the distance. Is that it for Dragonette?
Yep, that's it.
Flint. What are you up to, Flint?
I guess if I don't see or hear anything, I'll walk over this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30 feet over here to see if I can see anything else around here.
Gotcha. The world is quiet. You hear your friends moving around. The tension in the air is almost palpable. Anything else you
If I hold an action that's a spell and I don't use it, does it burn the slot?
No.
Then I'm gonna hold the fairy fire spell.
For what trigger?
If I see an enemy of any kind.
And you're looking north?
Yeah.
Okay. Bendar, that brings us to you. What you up to?
I guess I'll just move over 30 feet to the north. Or actually, okay, because it looks like the trees would be difficult terrain, so...
No, you can move under.
Okay, cool. So 5, 10, 15.
Actually, instead of an enemy, can I hold it till I see literally anything?
I mean, you're going to trigger when Bendar walks by.
I meant anything besides our party. Like, even if I see Nimona.
Which would be enemy combatant at this point. So yeah, I get what you mean.
Sure. Okay.
Yep.
So you heading over there, Bendar? What you doing up there?
I'm just basically looking for anything, and I just ready, an action, in case there's any
What's your
enemy.
action and what's your trigger?
Hex Eldritch Blast on a threat.
Which way are you looking? North? Since that's where you're going?
Yeah, I'll be looking north, yeah. Kind of cone shape looking around.
So everybody's looking the wrong way. As everybody hears it, come behind, but you don't have time to react to it as something comes charging out of the woods straight at Naji, takes a couple steps out of the woods and launch itself into the air. Naji, I need a strength check.
Oh, a straight
As
strike.
you turn just in time to see that thing slam into you. It lands on you. You manage to get your shield up, and you only get you feel its weight hit you, and you feel your feet dig into the ground, leaving marks as you get pushed back.
It's always the end of it.
It lets
well,
out an unholy screech as it then tries to bite your ass.
well, has disadvantage. I'm dodging. But yeah, I was gonna say, I have a theory. It was a Wendigo pretending sounds.
What's your AC?
What?
20.
Yep.
I don't know if that's what Wendigos actually do. That was just a theory that I thought of.
It tries to bring its teeth in to bite in. You get your shield up right in its face, pushing it back. But since your shield's up, blocking your view of it, you don't see the hand that comes in and slices at your stomach,
Oh.
dealing 7 damage.
Ouchie.
Now I need to actually put it on the turn initiative. Now the party members that had their actions held can actually trigger them. Because y'all hear that shit behind you.
I found it.
So that's not Miss E, Dragonette, Flint, and Bendar.
They were ahead of me.
If y'all are in range.
So is that like an attack of opportunity?
No. They had held their attacks for it.
Oh, okay.
And that is
You spin a little bit too fast, Dragonette. The arrow coming off the string streaking right behind as it charges at Naji. It needs to make a dex save.
Yes. So I'll cast it over here, I guess.
You see the spell drop right on it, and it's right as it jumps. The spell missing it. That brings us to Bendar.
All right. I'll go ahead and target him with a hex. Put that on there. And then I will I don't know why. Okay. I'll hit him with Eldritch Blast.
What's the ability?
Oh,
Before
hex.
that, what's the ability?
Oh, let's do strength.
Gotcha.
And then I'll go ahead and roll for hex. Or sorry, for Eldritch.
Gotcha. You are gonna hit.
Okay. And then take 5 and
Plus
the
the
necrotic.
6 from
Oh, okay, you already got it. Okay. Never mind.
Well, I meant you rolled it a minute ago, so.
Okay. Yeah, it did the attack and I don't know why, but
Yeah, okay. Anything else? I think that's it for Bendar. That brings us to Eric. Eric, you just see a fucking beast run out of the woods. Let me put this in Discord so y'all can actually see what just ran out of the woods on y'all.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Mm.
a zombie
That's
like werewolf looking thing.
that's the
Oh,
stuff of
Lord.
nightmares, all right.
But that brings us to Eric. Eric, what you up to? Where even are you, Eric? Okay, you're over there.
Right there. I'll cast Spiritual Weapon.
Gotcha.
Right.
Spell description that makes something, floating spell.
I assume it didn't hit.
No, it missed.
Let's see. That's just a bonus action. And then I'll try my sacred flame.
Up, 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 up. Give me a second. I'm trying to fight with something. Where are you putting the spiritual weapon?
Ooh,
Nice.
shiny sword.
Master sword.
Master sword.
Well, where you want it?
Yeah, that I want it right within 5 feet so that I can continue to use it.
And it needs to make a dex save against your save. Your DC is 12. It's going to hit.
Yep. Nice. Did 6 radiant.
Nice.
Good job.
If it takes the hit. That brings us to Naji. Naji, this thing's after you.
It's too early for this. I'm gonna swing around to his backside. Yeah. I'm gonna go for a flail attack. I'm gonna channel a bonus action. Searing Smite. And Old Flail. 13.
And it's going to miss.
Dang.
As you try to bring it in up over your head, it reaches in and slashes at your arm, knocking it away. Ooh. It just kind of catches on your armor, so it doesn't do damage, but it does throw your blow off.
Mm-hmm. Cool. That's my turn for now.
Alrighty, that brings us to Ms. E. Ms. E, Naji's under attack.
I am.
No! I'm going to use my short bow.
You's gonna hit, do some damage, and you get sneak attack because Naji's there.
Yay.
Gonna do 12 damage. Good job.
Yay.
Alrighty. Is that it for Miss E? Miss E, you alive over there?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. Okay. That brings us to Rose, who is going to reach out with her hand, make a claw-like shape, and you see bones just come out of her hand and float towards the enemy, shrieking out and trying to grab onto its horn, rip its head away from Naji. Fucking misses.
Chill
However,
touch.
she's going to turn to the skeleton, try to have him shoot him in the back. That's going to hit and deal 7 damage.
Nice.
Alrighty, that brings us back to Dragonette. Dragonette, what you up to?
Okay, Dragonette is going to use her steady aim with her longbow, which will give her advantage, and try to make a shot here. And one of those is going to hit.
Yep. Let's give it. Oh, yeah, you're using steady aim to get advantage.
So there's 10 damage.
Alrighty. Flint. Which you have to.
I'll move a little bit closer. Actually, what's the range on this? 120 feet. I'm gonna throw a scorching ray at it.
Gotcha.
Do I have to throw 3 separate ones?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me read the special spell description. But I think it is. Submit. You create 3 rays. You can hold them at once. Make for each spell attack.
Okay,
make
so
2
the
more.
first one's an 11. Second one is 17, and then 24.
Two of them hit, dealing 11 damage, and you see this thing screech in pain as its body lights the fuck up.
That'll end my turn.
Okay, that brings us to Bendar. Bendar, what you up to?
All right, I'll go ahead and move like 25 feet over here, and I'm gonna target Naji, and I will cast Protection from Evil against Undead.
Or
And that'll end my turn there. So basically, it's
good.
disadvantage. If that's an undead creature, I'm not sure, but he'll have disadvantage on hit Naji.
Okay.
nice.
That brings us to the thing who is going to try to eat Naji.
What?
He's going to try to sweep in with his other hand. You manage to get the shield in the way. And as you reach up to try to stop it from biting you, it goes around and bites into the side of your arm. I need a Constitution save.
Institution. 19.
19. So you save. So you are only going to take 8 piercing damage.
Hmm.
Eric, what you up to?
Oh, sorry. I'll use my bonus action for my spiritual weapon. And
That's going to hit. How much damage it want to do? 3 damage. Gotcha.
3. That sucks. and then I will. Hold on just a second. Let me. I'll do healing word at a 2nd level.
On Naji, are you in range? Oh, you're only 25 feet, probably. That's like a 30, 60 feet.
Yeah, healing word at 60 feet.
So it was something like that.
Yeah. Where's levels?
4 HP returned to Naji.
7.
7. Higher level, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I did it at 2nd level.
Oh, thank
Anything
you.
else from Eric?
And that'll end my turn.
Naji.
Gosh. Oh, by the flames of the old blood. I'll have to check something. Yep. What would concentrating? I will go for round 2. Nova this guy.
You're going to hit.
I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna burn him. Let's go with that. Searing Smite. So I need. I'm gonna. I don't like this guy. I will also Divine Smite him
Okay.
on top for 2d8.
Don't
Is
you
he
need to
undead?
say you're gonna die? Don't you need to? Don't you need to proclaim that before you roll?
The Divine Smite is if I hit.
Yeah,
Oh, is
the
it?
next one is after
That's
you
my
hit.
health. Divine Smite.
Future you expend
And
one
you hit.
spot. Okay, cool. I've never played Paladin, so I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Last turn, I bonus action Searing Smite, and I'm concentrating on it.
Okay, and
How did I?
deal ravaging damage. And you're using what first level spell?
First
Divine
level spell for Divine Smite. Yep.
Okay, 2d8.
2d8. So he's not undead.
Or a fiend.
Ugh, fuck. Or a fiend. There's 2d8s.
Oh, okay,
Alrighty.
well that's good to know. Dropping my
So,
concentration on you.
So 9, 15, 17 total.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to make a con save. See on his turn. Where is it? It's at the start of each of its turns.
Okay, and that's what for what? To not
Searing
burn.
Smite.
Okay.
Searing Smite.
At the start of each turn, con save on a failed save, take on a successful events. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And is that concentration? Yep.
Yep.
Alrighty, Missy, it's up to you.
Nice
What you
stuff.
doing?
Nice. Using
Thorn.
everything. Because I'm dying.
We'll make sure you're alive.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit.
Yay. Thanks.
6 damage. Alrighty.
That's all I got.
Alrighty, that brings us to Rose, who's gonna try to grab it with the thing again. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, she's gonna miss again.
Oh.
Rose not doing too well. She's gonna miss. That's gotta hit. Do 4 damage.
Good work, skeleton bro.
Alrighty. That brings it to Dragonette. Dragonette, what you up to?
Again, she's gonna use her steady aim, take a longbow shot,
You're gonna hit.
and 1, 2. Well, let's see if I get a crit.
You do not.
But we will do this and this.
Nice.
So there's another 15.
And it drops it. How you doing it?
Oh, nice.
I want to put an arrow through its eye holes so that it looks like it's wearing one of those comedy arrows that go in and out of its head, but I'm going to do it for real.
Nice. As you hit it in the face and it finally shivers and drops on top of Najee.
Oh, God.
Roll me a strength check, Najee.
Okay.
You manage to shove it off as it falls.
Well, it's a good thing that the Count's soldiers took care of the Wendigo for us.
Yeah, I agree.
They said they were looking into it, not that it had been taken care of.
Oh, gosh. Well,
maybe he'll pay us extra for it now.
yeah.
Because he did say if y'all want to come back and deal with it, he will pay you for it.
Well,
He
I'm gonna
just said it was
go.
probably best to deal with the other issue first.
I'm gonna go try and remove its head as proof of killing it. Plus, also maybe it won't come back to life.
Okay.
Yay!
I'm sure it doesn't have possessions, but I look around.
It does not. It's got
I mean, it'd make a pretty cool hat, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But, your whole druid look. Never mind.
Anybody else want some horns?
No, I'm going to escort Rose away from the site before she sees what Missy is going to do.
Oh,
She
yeah.
tilts her head.
Oh.
Does the Wendigo even have those parts?
No, you can see it from where he's standing. It does not.
Okay, then I'm not going to.
Oh, I gotta stop concentrating or else they'll keep burning.
Is there something wrong, Miss Dragonette?
Oh no! Just going back to the campsite. Obviously, what we thought was going on over here was a ruse. I think we just need to go back to the site and finish our rest.
You're
So
not
we
usually
don't
one for
think.
touching. I didn't think you would put your hand that close.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm all right. By the way, Cece, is the skin like cold? Does she have any warmth to her at all, or am I touching a corpse?
She does have a good bit of warmth to her.
Okay,
Hmm.
see, it was curiosity. There's a little morbid curiosity right there to see whether she was
She
completely
does
dead
feel
as
a
the grave.
little bit colder than the natural human, but she does have warmth to her.
Great. Well, there you go. Then I won't let her know that. But no, that's not a problem. I'm just gonna lead her back towards the camp.
Yep, I'll follow.
Oh, great. Now I have to actually take off my armor and rest properly. God damn it.
This group moves off that way. Missy, you feel the skeleton stand next to you.
Okay, bag of bones, let's go. And then I start heading back to wherever camp it may be.
It makes it a few steps, then turns to look back at Najee and Flint.
I'll go at Flint when he's done.
Yeah, I mean, assuming I can remove its head, then I'll move back.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
Cool.
But the party does eventually make it back to camp. Who's taken the rest of Watch 3 and 4? Rose does get a little more sleep before waking up again. At the end of Watch 3.
I go back.
I mean, I'll finish out Watch 3.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we finish out our shifts and then go back to bed.
Who takes Watch 4? Because I know
It's Flint
Rose
and-
will be up, Dragonette will still be asleep, but I don't know who else will be up.
I mean, I could get back up.
Okay. If you want to hang out with Rose.
Yeah.
My perception just sucks.
But is there anything you would like to chat with her about throughout the last shift?
With Rose?
Yep, she is the only one up.
Heck yeah. So, I'm so bewildered and so confused how I saw you go from a shred to this full, beautiful person in front of me that you are today. Did you feel any sensations, when you were in physical form?
I have the hint of memories, but that's about all.
That's about it.
Effectively wandering emotions. Emotions without a home. Like, when you remember something, but you can't remember the actual event, just how it made you feel.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Wow, okay. That's
It's almost as if I didn't have my senses to detect what was going on. No eyes to see, no touch to feel, no ears to hear. But still, I managed to feel something about it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does. That's quite interesting.
You see, she looks over at Eric, kind of looking to see if he's actually asleep.
Mm-hmm.
A question, Missy.
Yes.
I remember right before I woke up, there was a lot of pain and fear. What happened?
When you woke up in this body, you felt fear
Right before.
right before what?
Right before I was, I suppose you'd call it reborn.
Oh, Yeah, I mean,
I think it would have been about the time I met you lot.
oh yeah, right around with with the count when the count came.
I don't know. I can't remember. All I
Yeah, before
remember
you
is
showed up.
before I was reborn. No, I mean before, while I was still not this.
Oh, well, I mean, you you felt you were in Eric, right?
I'm not sure. I feel a connection.
Yeah. Well, when you and your brother were still in more a less physical form, at one point you took possession of Eric, but not like control, but you went into Eric and Thorn went into me, and we felt your feelings. I felt Thorn's despair and sadness and hunger and fear.
You
And
see Rose's hand immediately goes to the wrist that's all scarred up,
mhm. I
almost as a subconscious movement.
I
She doesn't even seem to notice she'd done it.
I moved to like hold her hand and be like, there. It's that's all that's all over now, even though you still feel it. I know what that can feel like. Well, you guys, we were able to get you to your resting spot like you wanted, but we couldn't quite make it out of the house without your help. So you guys came back to help, and when when you guys got shredded, I mean, we were just terrified we were gonna die in this house, and you guys saved us. But we watched you guys get ripped up in front of us, and we were incredibly sad and also fearful if we would make it out of the house alive or not. Luckily, we did, and we're all here. But it could have been a lot worse. And Eric was super brave. Do you like Eric?
I know Eric.
Do
He
you
tries very hard.
do you have any, feelings, any flutterings in your stomach
Everyone
like
has feelings.
butterflies?
Why would there be better? What's a butterfly?
It's just like a tickle. Like, do you ever have like a warm tickle sensation inside when you think or see Eric?
I don't think I'm very ticklish.
Well, I mean, you say that, but sometimes if you're tickled in just the right places, you can be ticklish. It just takes a special type of person to figure out.
Why would the special type of person matter when it's tickling? It usually targets a nerve center, right?
Yes, but you have a whole world to discover of sensual pleasure. I mean, you got a fully functioning sex machine right now. I mean, you
There's
need
a
to.
head tilt.
So, did Dragonet talk about sex?
No.
Oh, so we're gonna have that talk too.
Is that correct, Dragonet? I don't think you did.
No. Mine was just about feminine hygiene and bodily functions.
What I thought.
The basics. Yeah. No, I didn't get into that the dark side. That's all. That's Missy's territory. That
While
left
this
that for her.
entire conversation, I'd like to point out one thing. While this is going on, because Rose has questions, Eric, you do eventually wake up.
Yay!
I'm bored.
And I get the distinct feeling Eric is being used verbally as an example based on the way Miss V's been talking so far.
Yeah.
How does Eric feel about this as he kind of comes back into consciousness?
I think in his morning grogginess, he's not going to know what's going on yet, and just stroll up to them and, hey, good morning.
Hey, hey there. Yeah. How are
You see
you?
Rose do something Miss E probably showed her. Tell me if I'm wrong and you wouldn't show her this. Put the finger guns.
Yes, yes, totally, 100%.
You hear the most confused good mornings as she makes little finger guns at you. Not entirely certain what she's supposed to be doing with said finger guns because she doesn't know what a gun is.
That's right, shoot him down.
I guess it's finger crossbows in this world.
That's good.
Okay.
And that's for tonight where we're going to leave it. We'll pick up the
Okay.
rest of when everybody else waking up next week.
Funny.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Y'all have fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got
I'm
to take
glad.
down a Wendigo.
Yeah.
I think I've come to the conclusions I really need to buff things stats or throw more than one thing at y'all at a time.
No.
Yeah, there was like, well, 8 of
I
us.
tripled that thing's health.
Oh, you did?
Just like, yeah, I tripled its HP, and it's already a challenge rating. That's a little high. And I went, fucking hell. Okay. I need to find the right balance for you fuckers.
Yeah, we're weird.
Yeah, we are. Well,
Yep.
we got some new magic power, so like the arcane knowledge is really helpful.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like, did that creature like make Nemona's sound, or like is Nemona just like out there?
Wendigos are known for mimicking
Making-
things they hear to draw their prey in.
Oh,
Okay.
that was right.
Dar would know this and be able to explain it, so I don't mind giving it to you.
Okay. Yeah. I thought somebody might know. That's interesting. That's cool.
You
Anyone mind if
Can't believe everyone
I
looked wrong.
chronicle our journeys, by recording?
like
I'm
recording
okay.
audio?
It's fine.
Yeah, well, it'd be like video, audio. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't care.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the green light, full go ahead.
Sweet.
That's it.
But yeah, good job, you guys. I will find ways to challenge y'all eventually.
Well,
CC, should
Well, you
we do
almost
long rest?
killed him in like
Yeah,
a
should
death
we do-
house.
Should we do long rest now or beginning of next week?
You'll do it now because y'all are starting at the end of a long rest. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're all good.
Awesome.
Yay. Back to
Thank
4
you.
spells.
I will see all of y'all next week. I'm curious to see what kind of hijinks y'all get into.
my
All right. Later.
Yes,
Bye.
Peace.
Night, everyone.
Peace.
Bye. Night.
can't believe everyone looked the wrong direction.